Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's podcast. Today is very special for me because we're going to be talking about stuff that I'm very, very, very closely involved in at Arts Bonita, which is the youth education program, which has been growing by leaps and bounds since I started here and before when, you know, you've heard of that thing called COVID that happened and kind of like made a lot of in-person things kind of get wiped out. Well, we've been working to build it back up, and it was definitely one of the first things that we started working on when I got here last year, and we had an incredible dance program that was already underway, the Dance Academy, and I have a couple people with me today who are going to talk a lot about all of our youth programs, our homeschool programs, our partnerships, and things like that. And I would like you to say hello to, well, you guys can't say, you can say hello to them, but they're not going to hear you, but I'm going to have them say hello to you. Please introduce yourself, let people know what it is that you do here, and also tell people what your favorite meal is, something that you really like to eat. Yours, I have no idea what either of you are going to say. Marissa's very interesting because she eats only like the healthiest stuff that comes direct from the moon. Not really, but anyway, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Marissa Jankowski. I'm the dance director and the youth education manager here at Arts Bonita. And one of my favorite things that I like to eat every day is a smoothie.
Ooh, my kids love smoothies, but they do not like cleaning up after them. So, yeah.
Yeah, same with mine. Not only do they not clean up after, they make the extra big mess.
Oh, I see. That's even worse. Yeah, you have even more to do.
Hi, I'm Tim DeSelms. I am the homeschool and program manager and outreach manager. And my favorite food is probably cheeseburgers. Yeah.
Good call. Good call. I like those too. You didn't bring any with you, did you?
Not today, no.
Okay.
Next time.
Next time you better. So I don't know, for those of you, some of you out there that are maybe listening to this, maybe you've taken some of the classes or your kids have taken classes here, but it is incredible what's happening here. If you go to artsbonita.org and you look at all of the options that are available for youth at this organization, there are hundreds of classes that are available from a traditional visual arts class to theater classes, improv, dance, to game design classes, YouTube podcasting, similar to what we're doing right now, to martial arts. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening here. So I'm wondering if you two can maybe talk a little bit about sort of the areas of focus that you have within our organization, you know, the specific areas that you focus on. And I don't know, maybe tell me about something that you're excited about for the next this next year as we do a lot of planning and getting stuff out there. Now we're getting into the fall and it's like stuff's kind of rolling out. So I'm just curious, what are you guys most excited about? And what are your specific areas that you focus on at Arts Bonita?
I guess I'll start. The specific areas I focus on in youth education is managing the instructors and the classes and the students and parents when it comes to making sure everything is set up and organized and all ready to go for each of the sessions. And specifically, I direct over the Dance Academy, so helping those instructors and making sure everything is aligned and the students are all organized when it comes to measurements of costumes, getting prepared for the show. And I'm really excited because a lot of our programming, especially with the performing arts, is having their own showcases this year and having an 8-week-long program. And we're really excited for the first one to come up in October. And those students, then there'll be another session that will be in December, and then 2 more in spring for March and May. That's also exciting. I also oversee the adult education side of the dance and fitness and theater classes as well, because we do have adult education, which happens in our performing arts building, so that's really exciting. They're doing showcases as well.
Yes. So Marissa, if you want to know what she's like as a camp director, it would be she's like the best like wedding planner. Like she's she knows where everything is. She knows where everybody's supposed to be. She knows that everything's supposed to look and feel a certain way. And then she basically goes around and makes sure that that's the case. She makes sure that everybody's happy, that everybody has knowledge and communication and things like that. And that's why I believe the camps always are run so well because Marissa has great vision and she executes everything so well. So that's how I equate it. I equate it to like a really good wedding planner because there's so many things going on, and a wedding is very important to some people, and you don't want there to be any mistakes. So that's another reason why, because with youth ed, you just want stuff to be smooth. So there are some, let's look at some of those before we go to Tim. Let's look at, we're talking about some of these showcases. So this is something that is new here that we started in the spring of last year. And, you know, it's basically having shows that, this is a little different. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, it's just basically doing classes that culminate to a performance because we want to see those kids up on that stage. So the Dance Academy has a recital, a fall recital, and a spring recital. And then we have 4 individual sessions of improv comedy, theater, musical theater, vocal ensemble that all culminate to a performance. So that means that kids get opportunities to come to Arts Bonita and get up on that stage. Because I've talked to so many kids who they want to be in more professional shows and they want to be cast in this play or that musical. It all starts with having experience. So that's one of the big things we want to offer here. We want you to know that Arts Bonita is the place where you go if you want to get experience being on stage. That's going to help expand your just the experience. There's nothing else like it. Just going and doing it over and over again, it's going to make you more confident. And I think that's a big part of what we want to do. There's a few other photos here. I'm going to skip through some because I can't see them, but I know that there's some visual art photos. There's some of that. This is back to some of the photos of some of our from our showcases. How many kids did we have in our summer camp performing arts showcase this year?
We had 12 in the first one, and the second one was very similar.
Yeah, it was like we had it was a good amount. I mean, I'm just looking at that photo up there, and there was like a bunch of kids on that stage.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. Just I thought that we were going to have like kids who are nervous, and then you'd get close to the performance, and they'd be like, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm afraid, and I feel like they were just so joyous to do it, and they were excited about it. So I don't know. I'm excited about it. Hopefully you're excited about it too. So Tim, what about for you? What's the specific area of focus for you at Arts Bonita? What kinds of stuff are you driving?
Yeah, so brought on to really focus on homeschooling and building up that program. I homeschool my own kids, not personally, but we have homeschool kids at home. And then I was an art school teacher for the last few years, and being able to combine those and being able to really grow the community is super exciting for me. And then taking that outside of our walls and going out to the community is exciting. So going to schools and other nonprofits to really be able to offer these around the entire community and not just here at our location is exciting. So I'm glad that I get to be a part of this awesome team.
Yeah. Did you guys know that Arts Bonita has scholarships available for you and your family? As if you didn't, you should be aware of these things. Like we are big on the scholarship side of things. So our school partnerships are huge, the stuff that Tim is driving, because it's basically going out into the community, making these connections, developing partnerships with schools, with charter schools, with organizations that are very much in line with their mission is to support low-income families, people that are looking for experiences that they don't have access to themselves. As a matter of fact, we're sitting in the Digital Arts Lab right now, which is something where we raised money to be able to build this studio specifically to be able to teach kids how to do these types of things who don't have a podcasting studio in their home. Most people do not. And we have it here. And it literally exists right here, right now for all of you out there. So scholarships are always something to look into. We feel like a lot of times there's kids who want to come here and take classes, but they can't get here. So that's why we go out and we take classes to them. Last year we had a couple. This year we have more than a couple. Again, in every area, we are growing and expanding because we want our impact to be felt in the community. So, Homeschool wise, Tim, what do you think it is that homeschool families out there are looking for, and why do you think that Arts Bonita should be something that they should consider to not do their entire homeschooling program, but just to supplement certain things?
Right. Yeah. So it's an important thing. Having art really builds your confidence and being able to get outside of your family. Right. So being able to have those conversations with people who have different experiences, and we have experts here that know what they're doing and have been doing it a long time. So you get a different perspective that can expand on what you're doing at home. Or if you have no art experience at all, you're not doing that at home, then we can totally take over. So it's a communication. Let us know what kind of things that you're doing and what you want to see, so that we can really expand to what the homeschool community really needs.
Yeah, I want to be like calling all homeschoolers. If you don't know it already, we have homeschooling programming at Arts Bonita. So parents out there that are trying to do the homeschooling route, like I am 100% in support of you, and you need to know that we have programming here to support you, literally, because it's hard to do it all as a parent. So you should look at the programming that you have to do as a homeschool parent or community, and consider that Arts Bonita is going to have some answers for you that are going to make it really easy to just add that programming into what you're already doing. So again, if you go to artsbonita.org, you can go to the youth program and you can look up homeschooling and you can see what it is that we are offering. That's the best way to do it. Or you can call the center, or you can come by the center and just ask questions at the front desk. Oftentimes, here at the Performing Arts Center, Tim is almost always here, and he's the best person to talk to if you want to go, hey, how could this work? Because remember, it's not just what we have in our system now. You could come to us and say, we have a group of people and we do a homeschooling program, and what we would like is something that is specifically this. Well, we can work with you and we can help develop that program for you, and we can host it here and we can get teachers to be able to do it. So we're very fluid in terms of how we want to work with our community, and just know that we are open to that. And if you have ideas, we want to hear it. So Marissa, I want to know, I know that you're passionate about dance, because I don't know that you mentioned it before, but dance was like the primary thing you were doing here before we were like, hey, do more youth stuff to add to it. Can you tell me a little bit about the dance program and what your vision was behind that and how things are rolling with that right now?
Yeah, so when I came into the program, I had started off with camps, and I was excited about that. And also, going off what you said before, we completed our summer camp this year, but that's my second year of doing summer camps. And that's when I stepped into the role of camp director, because I love not only dance, but I've been a part of, managing side of the performing arts before. And I have a really deep passion for that, being able to help not only the student, but the parent and the teacher and all sides of it to make it successful as much as it can be. But we also have winter camps coming up and spring camps coming up this next year, and summer again. We're already ahead planning for that. So going for the Dance Academy side is what's really unique about this program is that a traditional program would be from August to May, and this one we have 2 sessions. So there are 2 16-week sessions. So you get all those fundamentals, but it's a little bit faster, and you're able to, still work up towards that performance, but you don't have to wait all the way to May. And you have the opportunity to perform twice in 1 year versus just one time. So the first performance is in December, and then, you're not obligated to, but, a majority of students like to continue from there, and then they get to either stay in the same class or they can try a new style, and then they get to get a costume again and then be able to go perform again in May. So that's what's really unique about this dance program. And just also having accessibility. There's, because of those scholarships, and then also the time frame that we have, and we're just dedicating this mostly to recreational. But that's not our, ultimate goal. We do look into the future that we want to create more performance opportunities, not only within this location, but outside of this location, because we have deep partnerships with, Lee County themselves and Bonita Springs. And we want to be able to have those students not only in the dance program, but also in the performing arts programs to be able to perform outside of here when we do other events throughout the year. So I definitely want to expand the program. That's a goal that we have 2 dance rooms, which we're so fortunate of because of Shauna Hessel being able to build the second one that we had from last summer. So we utilize both of them as much as possible. Youth is primarily in one, but we use both for adult and youth. And if we can add more classes, we have the room for it. So that's what's really unique, is that each student is, catered to, and make sure that they're really developing themselves as an artist and as a dancer, and the teacher is able to give them that individual attention. And it's really special.
Yeah, it is. Whenever the workday is starting to end, it's really cool because it's like your workday is ending, but then you hear this like kind of hustle and bustle out in the hallway. And there's always parents and kids, and they're lining up. They're getting ready to go to the next class, or you hear music playing from the dance studio. It's kind of like vibrant and active and alive here. Like, 4:30, it starts getting a little. You just start hearing it. There's just like a buzz, and it's exciting, and it goes for a few hours. And as you walk along the halls of the Hinman Gallery, and on the right, you see a bunch of art that is hung there from our exhibit, which is changed out every 6 weeks. On the left, you see all these studios of things happening. Visual art, you see people working on sculptures, people doing game design, people doing dance, people doing theater, improv. Like there's, everything is happening here as you walk around. It's very, very exciting. I'm curious, just for you two, like what is your own personal thing that you do, like either for art or for relaxation or for enjoyment? What is the stuff that you guys like to do outside of work that kind of resets you, that you enjoy?
You want to start?
I do quite a few things, but I'd say specifically with art is I do acrylic painting. In fact, I'm going to be taking a class starting at the end of the month here to expand what I do at home. So I'm excited for that.
Who are you taking a class with?
You're going to put me on the spot.
You said, when does it start?
It starts at the end of the month, but
okay, at the end of September?
Yeah.
It's a multi-week class?
It is, yeah. 4 weeks. So
is it like an artist choice, or is it
artist choice? Yep.
Okay, maybe Greco or
Greco. I
okay,
think
okay.
Yep.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay, what about non-art related? What do you enjoy? What's fun?
Non-art related, I do a lot of pickleball. It's something that I actually picked up here when I moved. Hadn't played before, and I got into it last year, and it's just so much fun. So
I did not know they played pickleball in Florida.
No, not at all. Yeah.
No, I did. I knew. I know. Whoever's watching this, you're probably playing pickleball right now. So
I'm
I
actually
can see
from Washington State, where it was invented. So.
Oh, my mother was a pickleball. No, she wasn't. She might have been. If she was, she didn't tell me. We had an honest relationship. Anyway, how about for you, Marissa?
Honestly, just going home and relaxing and watching TV.
Okay, that's your thing. You're like, okay, I'm doing all this stuff
out.
all week. There's things happening. I just like to relax, and that's how you reset.
Yeah, because usually my job is very physical. When I was teaching dance full time, so that just reset and be able to relax and just enjoy that downtime.
Okay, cool. All right, so looking at this year, I don't know if we touched on it. I kind of said it, but I also said like 3 things in the beginning. But what are you most excited to see what happens here at Arts Bonita over the next 9 months?
So I would really like to see the homeschool grow into a community that it takes it over on their own, that we're just a part of the team that really lets the families decide what is going to help them grow and make their children better. Basically, that's what we want. So, and art, not even if they're not going to be artists when they grow up, that art really builds so much about your confidence and connects to so much problem solving. So you don't have to be an artist to be involved in art.
Yeah, I like that we were saying, we want it to grow. It's kind of like an avalanche. Like right now, it's like, I've never been in an avalanche, but usually if you were in an avalanche, you'd feel a couple little pebbles hit you first, and then there would be a giant mountain that would come down. So that's what I would love to see. Is just little. It just trickles in, and then we have just this explosion. I feel like we can handle all of it. You know, like if there's
sure.
people out there that want to come here and get involved on the homeschooling side, like we are going to be able to accommodate. So I'm excited about that too. How about for you, Marissa?
Yeah, I'm just excited to see all the programming grow. Honestly, we can add more classes. That's not the problem. And if there's a date or a time, we always say, like, you can always bring it up to us. And if there is a need for it, we'll fill that. And that's just how we can keep growing this program and making it, cater to whatever specialty or discipline that you may see or you may have not seen yet. So that's why we added martial arts and, the family-free workshop and the self-defense class as well. We want to have those free events for people to also come into the building and see it, because a lot of people drive by and they're not sure what our building is and what we do. And we reach out in so many different ways, word to mouth, social media, on our website. And, maybe someone took it in the past as a child, or they have a friend or a family friend. So I'm just excited to see more programming expand, and the camps as well. They've been awesome, and we love those students that come in, regardless if you're able to attend a class or even just come for an event or come for a camp. We want to be able to serve all that want to be involved with the arts in any way possible, even as a volunteer, coming to the events or, be participating in, the shows like the Jam and stuff like that on the adult side. And children are welcome to come, and just the arts is so important, not just as yourself as an individual, but it helps you just in general in life and in your studies in school. And we always just try to connect those hand in hand, which are so important.
Yeah. I think that for those of you that are out there and you're thinking about, maybe you're someone who's taking classes here and maybe you've had your kids take classes here. The most important thing is to share with people your experiences, because our goal is to provide a great experience for you and your family, specifically for your kids that are looking to take classes and grow and explore in these disciplines. Our desire is that we do the best possible job that we can do, and that our instructors have a very strong positive impact on your kids, and that we're able to push that forward and keep that going and keep that energy going. I think it's so incredibly important. And so we got to rely on you guys a lot to spread the word. And even as it pertains to this podcast, like it, subscribe, share it with other people. If you found something interesting, you can just take that little piece and tell people, oh, you should look at this little part. They're talking about homeschooling, like whatever it is. Spread the word. It's the most important way that we're going to be able to grow our program, because at the end of the day, all we want to do is provide opportunities for people to learn something new and to grow and expand, and to do it in a supportive, positive way. That is so incredibly important to us. So please spread the word about the things that we're doing. We will continue to bring you guys content on the Arts Bonita podcast. We'll always be sharing with you things that we have coming up in all aspects of Arts Bonita. This podcast is about youth programming. You know that we have a huge adult programming for arts and every aspect of arts and entertainment. Like, we are, again, growing in every area. So you got to go to artsbonita.org and look at what's there. I guarantee you will find something that is for you, that has the power to make a difference in your life. So you just got to open yourself up to it. So I'm going to encourage you to go there all day long, artsbonita.org. Find something for you, or just come by the center and have a conversation. Tim is here all the time. Marissa's here all the time for a little while until she has her baby. Then I'm here and at the other campus. So just come by, see us. When you see us, say hello. If we see you, we'll say hello. So come by the center and ask us questions. Our front desk staff is always very helpful, and they're there to answer questions for you as well. So I want to say thank you to Tim and Marissa. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
And we will see you here at Arts Bonita. Have a good day.